constituents. Come down to colleges to hear what we have to say and what we want. Connect with college. Listen to us.
Are we clear on that?
That good?
Yeah.
Okay, next.
The passage of the DREAM Act, rally support within the state for the DREAM Act.
That's real clear. Next.
They need to delegate a sense of urgency to the problems facing not only post-secondary education, but K through 12 as well. Identify the issues and set realistic goals to solve them and increase awareness. Do you need any clarification?
That good? Great.
Prioritize school or education instead of versus national defense.
Yeah, I should have instead of or versus, because really the comparison on this was national defense. We have some other examples of prioritizing education, but this one is just compared to what we spend on defense. Okay? Next.
Increase the money for education budget instead of using it for other purposes, i.e. jail. The students need that money.
And this came up on a couple of other teams' efforts, so this one is now compared to jail, incarceration. There was a specific example of $56,000 a year spent to incarcerate someone and $6,000 for students. And those are close numbers. Those are pretty approximate in terms of the actual accurate numbers. So does that make sense to everybody to have that be a separate one? So we have national defense, jail, incarceration. Okay, next.
Create laws that protect students, protect undocumented students.
I think that was just for protecting undocumented students. Okay? So then we're just going to take it to protect, we're just going to say undocumented students, because that's really what it is. It's not, it wasn't a bunch of other laws, that's all we heard. Is that fair to the group that came up with that? Is that fair or not?
You need
Okay?
clarification?
And can you please say your name when you speak, and so everybody can get to know your name and what college you're from?
Daniela Golofre from Wolfson College. Well, Wolfson campus, Miami-Dade College. Wouldn't that be part of the DREAM Act already?
So add this to the DREAM Act then? Is that fair for everybody? Yes? Okay, great. So we're just going to add that since it came from another group. Every time we do this, we want to kind of keep the sum total of the ideas that come up for any one concept. So if that works for everyone, that's a good one. Okay, next.
Make room for hands-on experience since early stages of college education to get students to identify with their field of study and gather professional experience, on-the-job experience prior to graduation.
And that last sentence was added between two groups. This was a combination of 3 tables. Okay? And so what we did when we got that is I took the second one that was on that one group's list. So we didn't just take one that was already there. We took the next idea. Okay? And we have a question?
Did you need to clarify or did you have a question?
My name is Shannon, and I'm from Miami-Dade Homestead campus. And I just wanted to know how can the government help with that?
Great. So which group came up with this? Do you have an answer for that? Which team came up with this item F? I know it was 2 groups that did it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jose from Miami-Dade College Kendall campus. We're thinking that government officials could help make room for hands-on experiences in the way that they could create incentive programs. For instance, educate people as to that they have to do these sort of internships perhaps once a month, something that could be also even mandatory. And then if you're, for example, a biology major, what you have to do is every month you have to go perhaps for 5 hours, 4 hours to one lab and then spend some time with biologists and interact with these people. But then we think this should be part of the program, of the education program since the beginning instead of by the end of the career, because something that we've discussed a lot is the fact that most people here get into college and then they have to take all these core courses and they don't feel identified to what it is that they're studying until perhaps a year has gone by. So we think that government officials could actually help a lot in building up to this.
And so taking from that, it's now in parens, create incentives, educate people about internships, could even make them mandatory, make a part of educational program, and legislate the changes.
Correct.
Does that answer your question? Does that help? Okay, any other questions? Great work, everybody. Nice work. Okay, next one.
The quality of education and educators must be improved through holistic and periodic reviews in order to revise and refine the scholastic structure.
Is everybody good with that?
Any questions on this? Okay, next.
Improve public transportation around school zones to better accommodate students in their communities. Tax breaks, stipends, incentives for carpooling, etc. Better transportation throughout Florida. Not everyone has a car.
And that was, again, added from a second team. So that's combined two together. That's pretty straightforward. Is that good? Okay, great. Next.
Lower tuition rates, no extra fees, no higher rates, and stop increased rates on loans.
Okay, and then the next one.
Loan repayments should be adjusted based on income beginning 6 months after employment, not to exceed 10% of disposable income.
And so I took this specific. They had talked about overall lowering the cost of education, but then that was a new idea that was very specific, so it became its own item. Is that good? Is that okay for the team that provided this one? Is that okay? That was you guys? Because you saw your other ideas in other ones. Okay, good, great. Okay, so we've got 10 total here. Let me make it so you can see everything. I don't want to make it too small. Once again, we're going to open the floor for any new ideas from an individual. If you do not see your top solution, we'll take that now. We'll see how many of those we can go through and still make our lunchtime on time. So what do you have? And what's your name? Who's up first? Okay, great.
Hi again, Jose, Miami-Dade, Kendall campus. We were talking about this idea where perhaps the federal student grants or even just scholarship money could start coming or being based on something else, also merit-based, not only need-based, in the fact that, for instance, this could be devised. Sort of a scholarship that if you're in college, perhaps the first semester you get your full Pell Grant, and then after that, it starts getting a little more competitive in the fact that you would have to work towards a good GPA, and then you would get maybe 75% of your tuition covered, and then if you keep on that good GPA, you would get 100% of the tuition covered, or you know, something like that. We think that if we include this, even though, of course, people in college perhaps wouldn't be as motivated sometimes because they don't see the money right away, it at least does create motivation towards studying more than only towards getting money back from the state.
Great. So is the idea here, hold on to the mic, is it a new federal student grant or other scholarship money that's merit-based? I'm trying to track what you're saying. Does that already exist? Does that exist? Okay.
Yes, but for instance...
What makes it new then? What's the new solution?
What makes it new is that I went to high school in Venezuela, and I got here 2.5 years ago, and I'm a college student right now, and I don't get access to Bright Futures, and that is merit-based. So I only get access to need-based for the fact that I'm a permanent resident here. So how would the state cope with that? I think that merit-based scholarship should not only be based on the fact that you graduated from a high school here in America, but also for the fact that you perhaps have good standard GPAs or grades in general.
So this is create a completely open merit-based scholarship, correct? Is that the difference? Is that it's completely open? Okay, so create a completely open merit-based scholarship process. Open merit-based scholarship. It's not needs-based, though. It's merit-based because you said needs-based. So take that out. Okay, so it's not needs-based. It's open to create. And you said service scholarship. Is that what I heard too? Or is it?
There are some.
Okay, great. So this is the idea, and what we're going to do now is we're going to see if we all think that this should be added to our set. So this is a yes, no. Do you feel we should add this to our list of solutions? Vote yes. If you do not feel it should be added, vote no. If you have any questions on this, again, ask it while we're doing the vote. Everybody's good? Okay, great. So we've got our votes coming in. Stay focused on this one. We'd like to get to a full count on it. Okay, last chance on it. We should be right around 90. We're at 78, which is a large majority. 79, here we go. This one does get added. Okay, great. We'll take 2 more, and we're only going to be able to take a total of 3 on this one, so who's next? Okay, great. And we'll take your new idea now. If you could say your name and where you're from, please.
My name is Michelle, and I attend Kendall Campus, Miami-Dade Kendall Campus. And first and foremost, I'd just like to start off for them to stop promising things and actually take action. And aside from that, I think one of the main issues that we have, like even before college, is the FCAT. I think that in order to better assist the situation, they should standardize the teaching so that they can better standardize the tests.
Okay, so first of all, let's take them one at a time because we're trying to make it one distinct idea. So with that said, stop promising things and actually take action, and then you're going to give an example of what that, okay, sorry, keep going.
Well, everyone knows that, they actually listen to the community. And one of the issues that we have that we brought up as a table is one of the building blocks or the obstacles, that we face is in high school before college is the FCAT. And a lot of times they need to be more selective on the teachers that they select, because any teacher can just, say the curriculum and get the curriculum across, but do they do it in an engaging way that they actually get and receive the information?
And how this is for government officials, is that more school administrators, faculty, and staff about the teachers and how they teach, because that's programmatic, that's training? Is that fair to say on that element? So for government officials, you've got this stop promising things, take action. That's pretty clear even there, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Michelle Vargas, and I'm from Hialeah campus, Miami-Dade College. And for the teaching, there's a lot of problems within the professors that they know what they're talking about. They're really smart about the subject, but they don't know how to teach it. So what happens is you take the class and you end up dropping it.
Okay, again, stay focused on government officials. That's what we're looking at now. So I'm just trying to figure out, that's a statement. And actually, my apologies, you had that here. I didn't put it in the system. I missed it. So to play that out, what you have here is saying make education a #1 priority, actually take action and listen to the community is what you wrote down here.
Yes, but what we wanted to do, instead of the communities, make it statewide, because a lot of campuses have the same issues. And SGA, we do rally and tell, and a lot of things we go up and we talk about issues that are affecting college students. So actually listening to us and giving us time to actually go and talk to them. And making it not just community or districts, but actually statewide issues that are affecting all college students.
Great, we've got that now. I got it statewide. This is a little different than the other ones about listening to us. It's got a different angle, so we're going to give this one again a yes/no vote. Do we add this one to our list? And who's the third one that we're going to take on? Okay, great. We'll do you next. We'll get you up next. All right. If everybody can please get your votes on this one. Okay, last chance on this. We're almost at 70, right at 70, and we want to get to at least 80 on this. We're at 80, here we go. This is a yes as well. So that makes it, and then we're going to go into our final suggested solution. Will come up next. Just let me tag this one. We're tagged. And now we're going to take on our third and final option. New option. What do you have?
Okay, hey guys, my name is Nicole. Basically, I think we can all agree that the problem about college completion, it starts at a younger age and it goes back to the K through 12. So what we suggest is that the government should devote some of the budget and some of the funding to implementing youth leadership programs. And it goes in time or in tangent with, if you see children helping other children, they're more prone to learn from children their age or from kids their age, or look up to them. And we think it should be progressive, you go along with them, and it's about promoting civic engagement. At a certain age, you'll learn about it at a certain level, and as you grow up and you go into high school, the level of your community involvement and your service should continue with you, and it's what we believe would be more an efficient way of spending the budget.
Great, okay. And let's take this one on, and this is now in front of everybody for a yes/no vote. Devoting funding to implementing youth leadership programs. It's progressive, promotes civic engagement. Okay. Sorry.
And we're sorry for all the ideas we couldn't take, but we're moving on, moving strong. We got a couple minutes until lunch. We're going to be doing our voting now.
And here we go, and this is very strong, 91%. Great. Okay, and we're going to add that. Now, we want to pose this to you. You know, we absolutely believe, the three of us mobilized as an organization, this is your program. We want to be done here in about 7 or 8 minutes because we need to get everybody to lunch. But if you guys promise to make it really fast to lunch, we can take an extra 5 minutes. So we'll give you 5 minutes if you promise to get there by 1 o'clock. Can you guys do that? Can you do that? So we'll take 2 more ideas as long as you guys make it over there in that 5-minute window, okay? So who had them? You guys, Crystal and Jade, you guys had it out there? Okay, so...
We have one over here.
Okay, let's do it quickly. Let's take on the next option. Let me get to it. And what do you have? Okay, what do you got? What do you have?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm Joel Maripian, and I go to Miami-Dade North Campus. And we wanted for the government to pass the Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act, which Obama tried to pass on in 2009, February 2009.
Wait, what's the name of the act, of the Healthcare?
The Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act.
What's that act?
The Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act.
Education...
Reconciliation.
Conservation?
Reconciliation.
Reconciliation?
Act.
Reconciliation Act. Does everybody know what that is?
The bill,
Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act?
The bill would invest more than $40 billion in Pell Grant to ensure that eligible people try to complete their education in time. With this bill, we will actually be on top of the state the country who has the highest graduation rate.
So it funds helping people end their education on time. That's one thing, right? What else does it do?
It also will provide $40 billion in Pell Grant for people who are eligible for financial aid.
So it approves $40 billion in Pell Grants, is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So there we go. Let me get this one down. Let me get this so we know that that's $40 billion. Okay, great. Here's the next one that we're going to do a yes-no on. And so this is to pass the Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act. Want to finish it? Want to finish it? Oh, they have it? Okay. That's up on the screen. Hopefully everybody can make sense out of that.
Stay focused, guys.
Great work. And last chance on this one. Okay, and that is a big yes as well. So that's going to get added to our set. And then we have room for one more, which will give us a total of 5 opportunities to add ideas. And who would like to go next?
We have
last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you guys doing? My name is Serge from Broward College. Yeah, Broward is in the building. Our proposal was to have government create a site or avenue to track politician votes on education once they get elected.
Sorry, have government create, what did you say right after create?
Create or a site or avenue to track politician votes.
Create a website, got it.
Yeah. Or different avenues for people to get information about the votes that politicians have once they get elected. Pretty much votes on education.
Okay, so you get avenues for information about votes for education, right?
Yeah, for students or public to monitor, how they're voting on issues pertaining to their education.
So for all elected officials, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Well, I got my first sir of the day. I don't know if I like that or not, so that's okay. I guess age-wise, I do get that one. So, all right, here we go. This is our final option for a new idea. This is a website to track every elected official's votes related to education. All right, last chance on this one. We're almost there.
I caught that table 5. I like that. You guys have a little team action there.
Oh, is that the energy vote? And we've got that one. That's the closest one we've had so far, but it does make the cut. And so now we have a total here of 15 ideas. We're going to go through them one at a time. Everybody's ready? The first one is now up for your feedback. These are solutions that government officials can take.
Consider students' constituents. Come down to colleges to hear what we have to say and what we want. Connect with college. Listen to us.
And that was a combination of about 3 different tables input. I did it again. All right. Almost there, and I think I've made the same mistake. I don't vote on this next one. I got to check something that I actually copied the same thing twice. I did it again, yeah. So, yeah, it's that Control C, man. Control C.
And for the last edition, we had a comment, there was already an app for the last idea that we added. I think a table had said that there was already an app to do that.
Great. So let's just get through these, and when we get to that, we'll go through it. So now we've got passage of the DREAM Act. And this is, again, the secondary comment was laws to protect undocumented students. Okay, almost there. And next.
They need to delegate a sense of urgency to the problems facing not only post-secondary education, but K through 12 as well. Identify the issues and set realistic goals to solve them and increase awareness.
And this is one of about 3 that's just the overall view of elected officials towards education with different nuances to them. That's why we kept them separate. Okay, last chance on this. Almost at 80. And next.
Prioritize school or education instead of versus national defense.
That's education head-to-head with national defense. Okay, almost there. And next.
Increase the money for education budget instead of using it for other purposes, i.e. jail incarceration. The students need that money.
Okay. And again, almost there, almost at 90, just over 90, and last chance, 91. Next.
Make room for hands-on experiences since early stages of college education to get students to identify with their field of study and gather professional experience. On-the-job experience prior to education. Create incentives, educate people about internships, could even make them mandatory, make it part of the educational program, legislate the changes.
Okay. Almost there. Great focus, everybody. Good work. Good job. Stay on it. Last chance. Okay, next.
The quality of education and educators must be improved through holistic and periodic reviews in order to revise and refine the scholarship structure.
Okay, almost there. Last chance on this.
Couple more, guys.
And next.
Improve public transportation around school zones to better accommodate students and their communities. Tax breaks, stipends, incentives for carpooling, etc. Better transportation throughout Florida. Not everyone has a car.
And we're right at the halfway point through this set. And last chance on this one. And here we go. Next.
Lower tuition rates, no extra fees, no higher rates, and stop increased rates on loans.
All right, almost there. Last chance. And next.
Loan repayments should be adjusted based upon income beginning 6 months after employment, not to exceed 10% of disposable income.
All right, we're almost at 55, in the 60s, last chance on this one, almost at 80. And then we're going to start the 5 new ideas that were added by individuals, and we voted yes, no on those to make the cut, and here's the first one.
Create a completely open merit-based scholarship. To create a service scholarship, work towards a good GPA and have to succeed in school to get the full grant. Don't forget to be respectful, team.
Oopsie.
Okay, last chance on this. And next.
Stop promising things and actually take action. Make education the #1 priority and do this statewide. Listen to us and give us time to talk to them. Do that. Good job. Loving it.
All right, last chance. Almost there, and we're going to go to the next one. We're at 90, 91, 93, and next.
The government should devote funding to implementing youth leadership programs. It should be progressive, promote civic engagement.
Okay, almost there. Last chance on this one. And next.
Pass the Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act. Funds helping people and their education on time. Approves $40 billion in Pell Grant.
And we're almost at a full vote on this one, right at 80. And then we're going to go to our final one. I think there was a question on this one or a comment, so we'll bring that up when we get to it. And here's the final one. This is a website to track votes on education in the comment.
So this was, I think we had a statement about there already being an app. There is.
Well, the app is called Congress, at least on the Android. It shows representatives and Senate their voting history. It shows you their phone number, their email address, their Twitter accounts, their YouTube channel if they have one. It shows, like, it has just a list of how to get in contact with them and their address. So everything is on there if you need it.
Great. So then this is also a way to make a statement as a group one way or another if we think this is a top solution or a top action. Just promote it, get it out there, things like that. So this is a way to get feedback on that. You have another comment? If we get the microphone.
I think he wanted this to be specifically for students and about education because there's a lot on there and it's almost too much.
Got it.
You know, so we want to know their educational history.
So this is just for student, or just for education. Anybody can go to it, but it's designed around education only, right? Okay, got it. The idea is that there's a lot, there's a lot that's on that website. It's the whole voting history.
So it looks like everyone's already taken it to the vote.
We're almost there, last chance, and then we're going to get the results back. We're at 80, last chance. Okay, here we go. And we have, for the first time, 2 of them get 90% levels of importance, lower tuition rates, and increase the money for education. Off the charts, we call that consensus, anything that's at 90% or above. So you really agree on that. And then the next 2 are very strong common grounds. DREAM Act, and listen to us. We're constituents. And then this is the first one that was a new idea, should devote funding to implementing youth leadership programs. That's also common ground. And then a sense of urgency, and then hands-on experiences. And then this one, another new one, pass that Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act. So all of these from here up, we're going to consider as the top ideas moving forward. Those are all the top ones that you just voted on. Let's go down to the rest, see what we have. And so the rest is here. Again, quality of education must be improved, transportation, loan repayments with some details on that, and then actually take action, don't just promise. Diversity on these is pretty high actually down here, so that means there's some disagreement in here from here down. So that means we agree with everything from here up, but from here down, strong diversity with the highest one is creating this website to track. That's actually quite a conversation, and it's not by gender. It's in between genders. And so this one right here, again, highest diversity, big conversation. It runs the range. We wanted to get you out of here on time to make it to lunch at 1 o'clock. So what we're going to suggest is we're going to wrap now. You have 90 seconds to get into the other room. We wanted to give you...
Before you guys leave, hang on really quickly. So we have a couple announcements to make sure you guys get to the right tables that you have signed up for. I'm going to read off the names so you know which table, and you could just go to Rich Liu Room, which is on the left side where you had your breakfast. So Isa Atney will be at table 2, Kevin Bulger, table 3, Representative Dwight Bullard, table 5, Julio Calderon, table 6, Emily Chu, table 7, Grant Carrison, table 8, Amanda Holt, table 9, Russell Crumnall, table 10, Donna Legahan, table 11, Daniela Levine, table 12, Juliana Ospina, table 13, Naomi Ross, table 14, and John Warner Gutierrez, table 15. If you're not sure which table, go ahead and meet some of our staff at the registration table to confirm.
And leave your keypads here. Leave your keypads here.
And remember which number you have.
Great work,
Thank
everybody.
you guys for your
Great work.
participation.
Thank you.
And can't wait to hit number 3.